All right, welcome to Talkin' Shirt, the Contract DTG podcast. I'm excited to kick this off and, share what we've learned over more than a decade in the custom apparel world. So, why are we here? Well, it's simple. I want to give you a behind the scenes look at how this industry really works and maybe help you level up your own business.
And when he says help you level up, he means he's going to teach you what took him 10 years to learn in about 10 minutes.
Exactly. Not everyone has the time to figure this stuff out the hard way like I did. I actually started DTG printing back in 2010 with First Amendment tees. We were operating out of my basement in Erie, Pennsylvania. The goal back then, just make some custom shirts and see what happens. Fast forward to today, and Contract DTG is your one-stop shop for wholesale DTG, DTF, print on demand, embroidery, laser engraving, and more.
Yeah, home basement to full-scale production. That's a heck of a glow up.
It's been a wild ride for sure, but you don't build something like this without learning a thing or two. DTG, or direct-to-garment printing, is just one piece of the puzzle. Over the years, we've added methods that fit different needs: screen printing for bulk orders, embroidery for that classic high-end look, DTF for flexibility, and laser engraving for hard goods.
All these methods, huh? It's like, where do you even start?
Exactly, and that's what we'll break down in this show. We'll help listeners figure out which methods make the most sense for their business and why. But first, it's all about understanding the big picture and knowing what tools are in your toolbox.
Let's dive right in. Mark, we've got all these methods, but let's kick things off with DTG. I hear people talk about it like it's the ultimate game changer in printing. What makes it such a big deal?
Well, DTG it's got its perks for sure. The biggest thing is the quality. It can handle really intricate, vibrant designs in full color, which is something screen printing struggles with unless you want to shell out big bucks for extra screens. Plus, for small production runs, it's super efficient. You can print one shirt without wasting time or material.
Okay, so it's great for small orders, but what's the catch?
The catch? Oh, there are a few. Pre-treatment is the big one. It's this extra step you got to do for most garments. And then there's fabric compatibility, printing on polyester blends or garments with textures. Yeah, that's where DTG can struggle. Oh, and don't get me started on color matching.
Color matching is a pain, huh?
Totally. You can end up with colors that look great on your screen but don't exactly pop when printed. Like the blues might not be as bright, or the reds could fade a bit. And people notice. It's great for, custom one-offs and full-color artwork. But scaling that, screen printing is still king.
Screen printing, the OG, that's where it's all at for bigger batches, right?
Exactly. When you're pushing out hundreds or thousands of shirts, screen printing is a beast. It's more time-consuming to set up, but once it's running, it's fast, and the ink durability, top-notch. Your colors stay rich wash after wash, no fading, no cracking.
Okay, so DTG for small runs, screen printing for big leagues, got it. What about DTF, though? That's been making some waves.
Oh, yeah, DTF is, let's call it the wild card. You print on a film instead of directly on the garment, then transfer it with a heat press. It's gaining traction because it works on all types of fabrics, cotton, poly blends, even hats, bags, almost anything.
Right, and it's not just clothes, right?
Exactly, it's flexible, not to mention quick turnaround time.
Okay, but let's not forget the snazzy stuff, laser engraving and embroidery. That's next level for like higher end products, yeah?
Absolutely. Laser engraving, think patch hats, leather, and leatherette patches for clothing, tumblers, trophies, that sort of thing. It's precise and gives this sleek, permanent finish. And embroidery, it's timeless. You want a polished, professional look? Nothing beats it. You're not just wearing your brand, you're elevating it.
Fancy stuff. Okay, I gotta say though, I see the appeal of a mix, like having all these tools in your arsenal, but wow, knowing which to use, like it's kind of overwhelming.
It can be, but each method has its place. Once you know what your end goal is, whether it's durability, vibrancy, scalability, or just sticking to budget, it gets easier to decide.
So we've got all these methods and tools in our toolbox, but let's add another layer to the decision-making process, eco-friendliness. Printing's not exactly known for being, green, but that there's definitely progress happening, right? Like water-based inks. Why are those such a big deal?
Yeah, they're actually a major improvement. Water-based inks don't rely on solvents, so they're less toxic, safer for workers, and better for the environment overall. But they also lay down softer on garments. That's why brands pushing for sustainability love them. It's not just good for the earth, it's good for the fabric feel too.
All right, double win, softer feel, and saving dolphins. It's got my vote, but I bet there's some kind of trade-off.
You're not wrong. Water-based inks don't have the same opacity as plastisol, which means you may need multiple layers to really make the colors pop, especially on darker fabrics, and they can dry out quickly, so you got to work fast or have those ink buckets covered. Plus, there's the curing. Often they need higher heat to set the print.
And what about digital printing? Does that use water-based inks as well?
Absolutely. Direct to garment printing and our direct to film option are the biggest players in water-based ink technology. DTG sprays the ink directly onto the fabric, allowing for high detail designs with an ultra soft feel. The best part, these water-based inks are free from harmful chemicals and require less water during production, making the process significantly more sustainable.
Right, and because DTG doesn't rely on screens, it's an excellent choice for on-demand printing, meaning less waste, no overproduction, and a lower carbon footprint. Instead of printing 1,000 shirts up front and hoping they sell, brands can print exactly what they need when they need it.
Exactly. That's a huge deal for businesses trying to be more eco-conscious. Traditional printing methods often result in excess inventory that either sits in storage or, worse, ends up in landfills. With our DTG and DTF, you're not just getting a high quality print, you're also making a smarter, more responsible choice.
And the technology keeps improving. Today's water-based DTG inks are designed to be just as vibrant and durable as traditional inks while still being biodegradable and safe for the environment. Some brands are even using organic cotton and other sustainable fabrics to take things a step further. But let's pivot. What about laser engraving? That's a totally different beast, isn't it?
Yeah, definitely. Laser engraving is more for hard goods than apparel. Think tumblers, coasters, leather wallets. It's all about adding that custom touch. What's great is how precise it is. You can engrave intricate logos or even fine text, and it sticks. Literally, it's permanent, and it opens up a whole extra revenue stream if you're already doing shirts because people love bundling merch.
Okay, tumblers, those are all the rage in the corporate world right now. Laser engraving really gives them a luxurious vibe, huh?
Oh yeah, one of our best examples was for a local brewery. They wanted these leather wrapped tumblers for their VIP members, custom logos, different color wraps. The laser engraving worked perfectly. It's not just about adding stuff, it's about giving their members something unique, something that screams exclusivity.
See, now that's branding done right.
Exactly.
Hearing about the impact of those laser engraved tumblers really got me thinking, how do you even start choosing the right method? I feel like for small brands especially, a wrong decision could, seriously mess things up.
You're absolutely right. The first step is understanding your priorities. Are you aiming for high detail or lots of color? Then you've got to consider cost and timing. For instance, DTG is fantastic for vibrant, intricate designs, but can be pricey for large runs. Whereas screen printing, it's a no-brainer for big orders, but lacks flexibility for fine details.
And then there's budget. I mean, let's be real. When I launched my brand, every dollar mattered. If I'd gone with the wrong method for my designs, I'd probably be out of business, no pressure or anything.
Exactly. And that's where versatility comes in. Say a brand wants a full color design on the front of a tee. That's where DTG and DTF shine. But for a bold two-color logo on the back, screen printing is the way to go. Then to keep things sleek and tagless, heat press neck label ties it all together. Mixing and matching methods like this lets you get the best of each process while keeping it efficient and sustainable.
Okay, so you're basically saying there's no one size fits all. It's about juggling options to fit the project and the moment.
Exactly, but there's also room to innovate. Hybrid approaches can give businesses an edge in terms of product quality and creativity.
Oh, I love that. Like taking the best traits of each method and Frankensteining them into something next level. This could totally separate smaller brands from the competition, especially when customers are expecting next big thing vibes.
It's all about leveraging strength. And you think ahead too, like DTF's flexibility with fabrics could pair beautifully with screen printing on durable high wear areas. There's so much potential in mixing techniques. It's just about exploring what works.
Absolutely. And honestly, for creative entrepreneurs, this hybrid thing opens up so many possibilities. You could do wild combos like intricate DTG prints, then maybe throw on a laser engraved leather patch for a premium touch.
I've actually seen that done. Classy, minimal, and it made their product stand out. You don't just sell a shirt, you sell a vibe, an identity.
Exactly. And it's about positioning yourself in the market.
The more you can innovate with how you execute designs, the more memorable your brand becomes.
So finding the best solution really comes down to knowing your tools and experimenting when you're juggling all these methods, DTG, screen printing, embroidery. How do you decide what's worth the risk?
Yeah, we really dove in. I mean, if people take away one thing from today, it's that there's no one-size-fits-all method. Whether you're just starting or you're scaling up, the key is knowing your options and how they fit your business model.
Exactly. And it's not just the tech. You need a game plan. Otherwise, you're just, throwing spaghetti at a wall and hoping it sticks.
Pretty much, but when you've got the right tools, techniques, and a clear vision, it's like the possibilities just open up. Whether you're catering to the eco-conscious crowd, looking for bold branding with embroidery, or trying to juggle small and big orders, it all starts with having the right setup.
And speaking of setups, if you need any of the services we talked about today for your business, you got to check out Contract DTG. Here's the deal. They've got DTG, DTF, screen printing, embroidery, print on demand, and all the bells and whistles.
Not to mention laser engraving and embroidery. If you've got a custom idea or need a bulk order done fast, we can handle it. Head over to contract-dtg.com and get a quote. We're here to help your project come to life the right way and be the printing extension of your business.
All right, everyone. Thanks for listening to Talkin' Shirt. Keep hustling, keep creating, and remember, every great T-shirt starts with a great print.